Look, I won't sugarcoat it. It's a tough job. It is a tough job to continuously tell a positive story in the midst of challenges. We have a plethora of challenges. From unemployment, you've said 30% plus, and it's largely youth. We have energy security crisis because we need a sustainable levels of energy, so that even the ones that are struggling entrepreneurs are able to still make an income. We have high levels of perceived corruption, but we are doing something around it. That is why there was a Zondo report. But what we need to do, as much as we go out and tell the world about this Zondo report, we must also talk about conversion. So how much have we convicted from those that were suspected, and what has happened, and that the story that does not necessarily make it to the news. Often I call ourselves our worst enemies because our challenges are not peculiar to South Africa. They are very much common. If you look globally, there's slow economic growth across the board. Countries are trying to find ways of diversifying themselves and finding new income streams, looking at FDI determinants to try and understand the intricacies that will drive FDI in their respective countries. That is exactly what we are doing, but it is difficult because at least our motto at Brand South Africa is to make sure that for every 2 stories that are very bad about the country, we tell 10 stories. Because we believe that good stories do counter negative, and negative often is short-lived. And I don't want a society in South Africa that's going to be largely defined by its challenges. I'd rather build a South Africa that is going to be defined by its character, by its achievement, by its values and identity. And that for me is what creates sustainable brands. And that's what we need to be intentional about South Africa. So I'm not saying totally oblivious to the challenges, but say it's okay, because if I juxtapose the list of challenges with the good story supersedes the challenges. So why is it that we are always so hung up? And yet we have our cousins and our dear country brands that look up to us, and they're asking us, how do you somersault? But it's us that we are not seeing. So my challenge that I always pose to people is that reflect. The paradigm shift is important, to know that what the challenges of today will become our springboard for the story and wisdom to grow better in future.
TM Global Media, going beyond borders.